All right, welcome back to another chart study. It is currently Monday, May 9th, and we are looking at the NASDAQ, the daily chart, of course. I always want to start on the daily to get our daily bias. So as you can see, we have these daily relative equal lows, which set the daily bias for the day as bearish. Coming into today, I was looking for price to eventually trade down below these daily relative equal lows, aka sell side liquidity. This big bearish candle that is closed obviously hadn't closed yet. This is the candle that just closed today. So I'll hop down into the 15-minute chart and we'll be able to get a better look. So this is the NASDAQ 15-minute chart. As you can see, I have MO marked up right here, which stands for the midnight open. This is just a midnight open power of 3. You can see we have this swing high right here, and then price trades above it, and then eventually trades down. So when I get down to the 3-minute chart, I'll come back and look at the potential entry for this. But just off of the 15-minute chart, we had a power of 3. We also had a power of 3 in the New York session with the 830. So I will draw, let me put a line right here. So this line, this blue line, represents buy side liquidity. Buy side liquidity. This is just a swing high. You know, a swing high is a candle with a lower high to the left of it and a lower high to the right of it. So it's a swing high. Price trades up, takes out that swing high, and then trades down. So at the 8:30 open, price trades up, takes out a swing high, and then trades down. So this is the 15-minute chart. And as I said, we had a power of 3 at the midnight open, and then we also had a power of 3 at the 8:30 open. So now I'll hop down into the 3-minute chart. Now let me remind you, we are bearish. Everything is framed through a bearish lens. We expect price to trade down below those daily relative equal lows. So if you were awake during London session and you saw this potential setup, price, I guess this might have been the 5-minute chart. Yep, the 5-minute chart. If you were awake at this time, the midnight open was right here. Price traded above it, took out this swing high, traded down, leaving a fair value gap, also breaking structure. And you could have taken an entry in here on this fair value gap, and you could have targeted this swing low right here, and potentially either leave your trade running to target these daily relative equal lows, or just have a runner, however you want to structure your trade. Now, if you were up for New York, which is what I trade, or the market that I look at, or the time that I look at in the market, like I said, we had the 8:30 open. Price traded up above this swing high, took it out, and then traded down, breaking structure. But we need to look at the 3-minute for this. So on the 3-minute, you can see that we broke structure and we also left a fair value gap. So you could have taken a trade in here, and you could have targeted the daily sell side liquidity. And as you can see, price traded down and eventually tapped it pretty precisely, and eventually traded down a little bit lower. So I'll just go over it one more time. 8:30 open was here. Price traded up, taking out the buy side. Price pushed down. I really don't consider this a structure break, but some of you might, but personally I do not. This was a clear structure break for me, and it left a fair value gap, and an entry could have been taken here, and price traded up close to where your stop might have been, but it didn't reach it, and then it eventually traded down towards the daily sell side. I also want to note that, during the openings, price likes to trade in the opposite direction that it intends to go. So as you can see, this was the actual 9:30 opening for New York session, and you can see, along with 8:30, 9:30, price traded in the opposite direction of the intended move, and hunted liquidity, and then pushed down strongly in the opposite direction, breaking structure, and then eventually traded down into the target that was expected for the day, because there were daily relative equal lows, aka sell side liquidity. So that's all I got for this video. Hopefully you got something out of it, and I'll see you in the next one.